I'm just thinking about you and the times that I've seen you speak, and you're such an inspirational speaker. It's always wonderful to see you get up there, but you never come prepared. I mean, you come prepared, but you show up with your full presence, and you're there to connect with the audience, right? And you're not afraid to show your vulnerability. You've cried, and I always believe that if more men cried, the world would heal. And we are admittedly in this patriarchy, and without judgment, it is what it is. We must learn to, as women, I guess especially, is navigate through it. But I fundamentally believe that, women have a role in helping men to connect to themselves in that place, rather than judge them for not being that way. And so I guess it's always the big question that I always ponder is, how do we get people to be courageous? How do we create a courageous world where people are vulnerable enough to connect to their hearts, show care for others, and value this world that we live in?
This all is about judgment. They feel that they're going to be judged on the type and content of their presentation. What happens is, when you're fearful of being judged, then the sympathetic nervous system is engaged, this flight, fight, or freeze response. You become incredibly nervous, and you don't have access to the information which is readily available typically in your normal environment.
Yeah.
Because your executive control center shuts down, which allows for thoughtful, discerning judgments and opinions, and so you fall back on this survival mode, which limits your options. And it's interesting how you say, well, you come, present, you don't seem like you prepare, which is true.
and it's wonderful because you're so impactful, right?
but the reality is, one is, I don't have any fear about being in front of people.
Yes.
And I'm not worried about being judged, and it's liberating.
It's our job, Jim, to be out there in the world dispelling this truth of what true leadership really is. And it is about the hard work of overcoming our fear of failure, of facing into our own humanity and our own suffering.